if you look at the great hosts, Johnny Carson, Bob Hope, those are the greats. If you look at the not so greats, like Jimmy Kimmel, he was just terrible.
Jimmy Kimmel didn't just win an award at the 2026 Critics' Choice Awards, he turned the stage into a late-night battleground. On a night meant to celebrate television's best, the host of Jimmy Kimmel Live used his acceptance speech to settle scores, defend free speech, and deliver a blistering, sarcastic thank you to the man who has fueled his comedy for years, U.S. President Donald Trump. What followed was part victory lap, part political roast, and part warning shot to anyone who thought Kimmel would ever stay quiet. Kimmel took home the award for Best Talk Show, marking his second Critics' Choice win and 10th nomination overall, further cementing his place as one of late night's most enduring voices. As he stepped on stage at the Barker Hangar in Santa Monica, the applause was loud, but the subtext was louder, because this win came after one of the most controversial years of Kimmel's career. Instead of opening with jokes, Kimmel began with gratitude and defiance. Thanks to all the writers and actors and producers and union members, many of you in this room, who stepped forward and reminded us that we do not take free speech for granted in this city or this country, said Kimmel in his acceptance speech. Then came the line that set the room buzzing. As Kimmel wrapped his speech, he pivoted and aimed directly at the Oval Office. After acknowledging critics, his production team, ABC staff, and colleagues, he chose to close with an unconventional nod to Trump, whom he mockingly referred to as Donald Jennifer Trump, and credited sarcastically for supplying endless material for satire on his late-night show. It was classic Kimmel, smiling, sharp, and unapologetic. The room understood exactly what he meant. Earlier this year, Jimmy Kimmel Live was temporarily pulled off the air by ABC after affiliate station owners Nexstar and Sinclair complained about a monologue involving conservative activist, MAGA influencer, and known Trump ally Charlie Kirk's alleged shooter. The suspension lasted 6 days, but the backlash was immediate. Hollywood didn't stay silent. Actors, writers, producers, and even people who openly disliked Kimmel publicly defended his right to speak. Protests erupted. Social media lit up. Viewers who had never watched the show suddenly cared deeply about it, and ABC reversed course. When Jimmy Kimmel Live returned, it didn't limp back, it surged. Ratings spiked, YouTube clips exploded. Some episodes became among the most watched in the show's history. Kimmel would later admit the controversy changed everything. The clash between Kimmel and Trump isn't new. Trump has repeatedly attacked the late-night host, branding him talentless, mocking his ratings, and openly calling for ABC to fire him. Kimmel, in return, has made Trump a nightly fixture, roasting his speeches, policies, social media posts, and public feuds. Earlier this year, Kimmel even thanked Trump, sarcastically on air, for boosting his ratings through constant criticism. The tension escalated further after the murder of legendary Hollywood filmmaker Rob Reiner. When Trump publicly labeled Reiner deranged and bizarrely claimed that his death was caused by anger over anti-Trump views, Kimmel didn't hold back. He condemned the remarks, calling them cruel and dangerous, and another example of why comedy, criticism, and free expression matter. For Kimmel, the line between satire and accountability was never clearer. On Christmas Day, Kimmel took his message overseas. In a special address to the UK on Channel 4, he reflected on the suspension and what followed. He called it a turning point, proof that speech, even uncomfortable speech, still matters. In December, Kimmel signed a new deal with Disney, extending Jimmy Kimmel Live through 2027. And if his Critics' Choice speech was any indication, he's not softening, he's sharpening. From award show stages to nightly monologues, Jimmy Kimmel has turned controversy into momentum, outrage into ratings, and political conflict into comedy currency. And as long as Donald Trump remains in the spotlight, Jimmy Kimmel will have plenty more to say.
I did his show before I ran for politics. I did his show many times, and he was never one of the top people. You remember during the Academy Awards when he read my truth just before giving out the Best Picture? And I said, and what he read was that he's the worst host in the history of the Academy Awards. Look, Jimmy Kimmel suffers from two things. First of all, he said a terrible thing about Charlie, but he also suffers from the fact that he's got no talent and he's got no ratings. A deadly combination. That's deadly. It hasn't worked, and it hasn't worked really for a long time, and I would say pretty much from the beginning. Colbert has no talent. I mean, I could take anybody here, I could go outside on the beautiful streets and pick up a couple of people that do just as well or better. They get higher ratings than he did. He's got no talent. Fallon has no talent. Kimmel has no talent. They're next. They're going to be going. I hear they're going to be going. I don't know, but I would imagine because they get, Colbert has better ratings than Kimmel or Fallon. You know that. Howard Stern, it's a name I haven't heard. I used to do a show, we used to have fun, but I haven't heard that name in a long time. What happened? He got terminated?
Yeah, they're going to separate ways because I think what they're offering salary-wise is real low than what he's getting.
You know when he went down?
Whenever you want.
You know when he went down? No, before. When he endorsed Hillary Clinton, he lost his audience. People said, give me a break. He went down when he endorsed Hillary Clinton.